Hello, I'm Boily Ben and welcome to today's episode. And today we've got a stripper on here. Well, that might be a bit of a clickbait, well, a lot of a clickbait title. Apologies if I lured you into clicking on this and you're expecting something a bit exciting or a bit naughty. Unfortunately not. It is a stripper that I got on AliExpress, which is a line stripper. So we're going to be trying this out and seeing what it's like, seeing if it's any good, and yeah, let's get into it. There also will be fishing as well. Full disclosure, at the moment I'm in the back garden, so there's no any water that you hear is just the fountain trickling in the background. So I'm so busy with work at the moment that I'm actually just going to film this part of me re-spooling the reel, and then I'm hoping to get a couple of hours in on the bank at a lake that is actually nowhere near me. A little bit of a teaser there. So yeah, stick with us and let's get into it. Okay, let's do a little unboxing. So I have put the batteries in it. It says electric arrange line machine. There are some instructions. This is it. What's the instructions? When not in use for a long time, pleasure move the battery. Keep the machine clean, don't take water. I do love Chinese instructions. Yeah. I think we'll work it out ourselves. Anyway, this is it. Very simple. So I was looking at these online, and Fox make one that's about, I think it's about 20 quid. Barclay make one as well, which I think is about 15 quid. But I thought I'd try this one, which was much cheaper. I'll leave the link for it. In fact, here's a picture of the one that I bought on the screen just here. And yeah, as far as I can see, there's just a switch to go one way and a switch to go the other way. So I guess it's just a case of feed the line in there, go like that, and it should whip it off the spool. So pretty basic. Just your battery cover here, 2 AA batteries, and that's it. Not a lot else I can say. Let's give it a go, see if it works. It's either going to work or it's not. I don't think there's going to be any in between. Now I have also got a new reel. Well, I say a new reel, this is actually a second-hand reel. It's a Shimano, so we've actually got a decent reel for a change. And this is Bait Runner DL 4000 FB. Thank you to my friend Grant, who you've seen on the channel before. He sourced this for me and got this for me. Well, he didn't buy it for me, but he sourced it for me. And yeah, it is as good as new. And I think what I'm going to do is take about half the line off, because this line seems a bit thin, a bit dusty because I've had it sat around. So I'm going to take about half off and then load on. I've got some of the Daiwa Sensor 10-pound mono to go on it. And I've bought this reel for my new Drennan 12-foot quiver rod, which you may have seen I made a video on the river with that the other week, which is what we're going to be using later on in the video as well. So I'm really looking forward to trying this reel out, because this is the business. So smooth. As you know, Shimano, the best reels. Yeah. Right, let's get the line off this and see if our stripper works. Right, here goes. Let me see if I can thread the end of this in here. Oop. Well, hang on. Is it going to work? Oh crikey. I feel like this could end in a tangled mess. I should probably do this into the bin as well. Oh, it's working. I don't know why I sound so surprised. Look at that. Apologies for the crocs. Oh, stuck, right. Well guys, that is doing the job. I know you can take used line to Angling Direct and recycle it, which I might actually do that. Otherwise I'll make sure that I really cut it up nicely, but well, I do feel like I could get in a major tangled mess with this, but I suppose stripping it off, it doesn't really matter, because you can just sort of cut it off. Oh, there we go, we are in a tangled mess. yes, as I was saying, you can just cut it off and start again. No, have I done that? No, I think we're okay. Keep going. Yep, no, I fixed it. Shut up, dog. Trying to film a video here. The dog doesn't like the stripper. Well, that is very quickly getting the job done. I'm impressed with that. That's all a scrap line, all rolled up. That took about a minute. That was very easy. So now I need to join the two lines together, the line from the reel to the line on the new line, and to do that I use a uni to uni knot, which I won't show that on the video because it's going to be a pain for me to show. If I try and show you on here, you're not going to see very well, but if you look up a uni to uni knot video on YouTube, there's many good ones and you'll see how to do that. I'm also going to put the reel on a rod and then pass the line through the first eye of the through the first eye, and then do the knot so as I can then run it through the eye when I'm winding it onto the reel. Right, so that's the two lines tied together. My eyesight is terrible and the light's dying, so I struggle to do that. Make sure you don't cut through the line as you're cutting the tag-ends off. Obviously this knot will be well buried on the reel anyway. Right. Don't know if you can actually see that on the camera, but that is a nice, neat join there, and very strong as well. Not that it's ever going to be tested, because it's going to be buried deep in the reel. I've put the spool in a tub of water with a skewer going through it, and hopefully I'll be able to reel it and the spool will just travel round on there without coming off of there. Right, here we go. The fun part. Just keeping a bit of pressure on it. Well, there we have it, one nicely loaded reel with brand new line on it. So yeah, re-spooling, job done, piece of cake. I shall now see you on the bank, not today because it's nearly getting dark, but in 2 days time. And if you're still here, please hit the like button, and if you're new, hit the subscribe button and leave a comment as well, just really helps the video out. And also, I know I mentioned it a couple of times now, but I've also got a Boilie Ben private members group on Facebook, which the link is on the description on here, or you can just type in Boilie Ben Fishing and click join, and I'll accept you on there, and you can post on there. Loads of people are posting on there as well, so it's we're getting quite a good community over there, so join that. Right, let's go fishing. Let's do a little transition. Here we go. Right, I'm on the bank. And it did not go as planned. As usual on this channel, nothing goes as planned. So full disclosure, no I was going to swear then, no lies, no bull you know what. Basically I was working away in Kent, and the plan was that I would go to a commercial fishery, Sandwich Lakes. Let me know in the comments if you've been there. It's the second time I've been there. I went there last year because I've been working near there last year, and I thought, right, once I've finished my work and my work quietens down, I'm going to go and do a session at Sandwich Lake. So I went all the way up to Kent, pretty much especially, well, I also went to the zoo whilst I was up there, but pretty much especially went to go to the lake. And I went on a lake, I can't remember the names of the lakes, if you know it, you'll know, but they've got one that's got sort of smaller carp, it's also got koi carp and goldfish and golden orph and stuff in. And I fished that one last year and blanked. I wasn't the only one who blanked on there, everyone on the lake blanked. Well, fast forward to the other day, I was working up there, went there straight after work. It was chucking it down with rain when I got there, set up, and I thought, well, I'll go on the Match Lake, because that'll be easy, won't it? No. Actually, I do remember the name of the Match Lake. It was called, the Match Lakes is, they got two there, and the one I went on was Victoria. Because the guy said, which one do I want to go on, and I said Queen Victoria, because I didn't know which one to go on. I knew it was bad as soon as I set up, and this lady came walking past because they got a campsite there, and she said they were camping just next door to that swim, and they'd been on that swim that I was setting up in since 7 AM and had caught nothing until a quarter of an hour before I got there, and they just packed up and left it as I went into that swim, and also then proceeded to blank for the rest of the afternoon. And so I got there at like, well, I get there about 3 o'clock, stayed there till about 7, not even a touch, not a bite, no nothing. Apparently they'd had a match on there the day before, so it'd probably been filled in with bait. Anyway, I couldn't release a blank video, so we are back. It's a week later, and I'm down. It's after work again. It's 4 o'clock already, and I've come straight to the lakes, and we are on the Old Faithful Club Lake. So I'll show you the setting. I must admit the reel looks really good on the on my rod. I'll show you the setup, and yeah, I've only got a few hours here, so if I could get my hands on a carp, I'll be delighted. And yeah, let's get fishing. Here's the sexy beast on the sexy rod. Does it get any better than a Shimano bait runner on a Drennan quiver? I don't know, probably, but anyway, it's a pretty nice setup, I think you'll have to agree. So this is the rod. I did a sort of semi-review on this when I made a river video. I bought this rod for river fishing, as it is a 12-foot Drennan specialist quiver. It's certainly more than capable of doing the job on this lake. And yeah, reels on there, lines on there. I know it's all good because obviously I went fishing with it the other day when I blanked, so I've had a few casts with it, and yeah, it's a lovely reel to use. So it'd be nice to actually see what it's like if we can get a nice decent fighting carp on the end of it. And this is the Old Faithful swim. Managed to get in here. I haven't been down here for, well, probably about a month or more actually, and I can't believe how low the level of the lake is. Obviously it's been very dry. It did chuck it down with rain last night, but it's going to need a bit more than that to fill it up. It is like seriously low. I couldn't even bend down to fill my bucket up. I had to walk down to a swim and basically lay on my front to fill my bucket up. It's so, the level is so ridiculously low. But I have seen a few fish swimming past. So right, let's get the pellets on. I'll show you the rig for the setup, just using a method feeder today. So it's the Drennan large pellet feeder. That is 35 gram one. So just tail rubber on, feeder on, then that's going to a ring swivel, like so, which fits really nicely in the end, perfectly free running as well. Tied to a 4-inch hook link with a size 12, that's a size 12 Corum all-rounder hook, with a bit of rig tubing on the shank and a band. I think, seeing as we haven't got a lot of time, we're not going to mess around, so I'm going to go for the ever faithful Westy's Power Pineapple 4x8mm wafters. I'll leave a link in the description to Westy's website. These have done the business many times for me. I have a lot of faith in these. Like so. Now the pellets, I actually had these left over from the other day and I froze them. I've just dunked them in the water, so hopefully I've sort of rejuvenated them. And I've put a bit of the old bubblegum glaze, which smells delicious, on them. So I've got plenty of attractant on them. Let's see if these will work. They could probably do with a bit longer to defrost. I left them on the parcel shelf of my car whilst I was driving here to try and get the sun on them, and then I put them in the pellet wetter and just gave them a quick dunk. Actually, they're not looking too bad, and they're not too mushy, so I think that looks alright actually. Let's try that. So first cast, we just really want it in front of that bush, straight out in front. I think it's always usually a good spot. Not too bad. Right, no bite alarms. I need to remember that today. Not take my eye off the rod. I'll give it about 10-15 minutes a cast. Oh, there's a fish straight over the spot over there. Well, not a touch so far, so I think I'm just going to bring it in and just check that that hook bait's come out, because we don't want to sit here for too long on the first cast if that hook bait is stuck inside the feeder. No, it seems to come out alright. Well, we're on the third cast, and you know when you get that feeling it's going to be a hard session? I've got that feeling. I'm hoping this isn't going to be another blank. Or else this video is cursed. Come on. The only thing that I'm seeing is the carp on the surface, so maybe they're not feeding on the bottom, but I'll take a bream at the moment. Anyway, at least it's nice to be back out fishing again. Starting from next month, my work quietens down a bit, so I'll be spending a lot more time on the bank. Let me know if there's any videos you want to see. Oh, I'm also looking at maybe going away to some fisheries to fish. I won't be going to Sandwich Lakes, that's for sure. But I was thinking about maybe linear fisheries. Let me know if you fish linear, what lakes you fish on there. I've heard that B1 and B2 are the best, I don't know. Let me know. Also thinking of going to Drayton Reservoir, that's where I fished when I was a kid. So it'd be nice to go back there and see that again, although it does look a bit chaotic there, but I'll still give it a go. Yeah, and if there's anywhere in like Sussex sort of area that you recommend that's got decent sized carp in it, let me know. Leave it in the comments. You never know, I might go there. If you want to join me, you're welcome. Are we into a fish? Yeah, something little, but it's a blank saver. I love watching the quiver tip. I forgot that I haven't done it for ages. I forgot how much I actually enjoy it. I said I wanted a green, and I've got one. Alright, silver skimmer. Okay. Oh, a blank saver. Also, let me know in the comments what style of fishing you're into, because I'm just trying to work out what way to go with this channel, whether to go more down the specimen carp fishing route, which is obviously what I enjoy doing, or I am also conscious that a lot of my viewers, well, I think you'll have to comment and let me know, are also into like method feeder fishing and fishing for smaller fish. So let me know what sort of style of fishing you do, whether you're all like 3-pound test curve carp rods, or if you're more of a feeder fishing with quiver tips, or float fishing, whether you fish canals, commercials, club waters, rivers. Yeah, let me know in the comments what sort of style of fishing do you do, and what you want to see more of on the channel. I'm here to please. Well, I'm not really, I'm here to go fishing myself, and I just take you along for the ride, really. I haven't actually had a carp on this rod yet, so it'd be nice if we can get a carp and watch that tip wrap right the way round and get the old bait runner going. Fingers crossed. At last. God, I really was giving up hope here. Do not come off. I just did a really good cast straight into the far bank on that sort of right hand side where those long grasses are over there. I actually spooked a carp as it went in, but it does seem to be, if you can cast it right in there, you do normally get them. But this has been hard fought for. Only little one. I think it's a little common. Let's see. Down there. Yep, little common. No, not too little. Well, we managed to get the first carp on the, well, new reel and the Drennan quiver tip rod. At last. I was just about giving up hope as it is getting a bit late. 2 fish. That'll do after work at least. I will have another cast, see if I get another one, but literally off he goes. At least I've got a carp, so I'm happy. Happy boily Ben. Straight away again. They have woken up. Typical, they're like buses. Well, there we have it guys. Carp number 2. Within about 2 minutes of the last one. Off he goes. Another little one. Funny looking light, I've got the interior light on. I don't know if it's better or worse with it. Anyway, back in the car. Yeah, the main thing of this video was obviously to do with the stripper. Apologies for the clickbait thumbnail on the video. It wasn't that exciting, was it? But we did have 2 carp, and the stripper does really work. Definitely is. I can't imagine that any of the others would be any better, because it does exactly the same job that they do. It strips the line off your reel, piece of cake. So yeah, highly recommend the AliExpress stripper rather than spending, well, I know the others are like 20 quid or whatever, but if you can get it for less, why not? Let me know if you've got one, if you've used one for any amount of time. I know a lot of people like the old method of getting a drill and putting a toilet roll on it and blah, blah, blah. But it's easy, isn't it? Dead easy with the stripper. So yeah, couple of carp, couple of silvers. Not a bad afternoon. Nice way to finish work. Nice little afternoon fishing. I was getting frustrated. I was firmly thinking it was going to be a blank, but once I found the fish, once I located them, then we got them, didn't we? Anyway, as always, if you've made it this far in the video, you might as well hit the like button if you haven't already done so already. And I'm sure if you probably already have subscribed, but if you haven't, please subscribe. And apparently there's a new thing on YouTube. I don't know exactly what it means, but apparently there's a hype button. I can't yet see it on my app. It might be on yours. Apparently if you click it, it helps boost the video. I don't really know. I need to look into it a bit more, but I was told about it the other day. So if you can hype me up, that'd be great. I don't know. Anyway, hope your fishing's going well, and I shall see you next week with another video. Cheers.